One street in Manhattan holds 772 luxury apartments. Together, they are worth about $17 billion. People call it Billionaires Row. And at night, much of it sits dark. In 2015, the New York Times checked a 3-block stretch right around it. 496 apartments. 285 of them were empty at least 10 months a year. 57%. In January 2019, one penthouse by Central Park sold for $238 million, the most expensive home ever sold in America. And yet, by 2021, 44% of the Rose apartments had never even found a first buyer. And across New York City, there are about 75,000 apartments kept as part-time homes, the highest number ever counted. The most expensive homes in America, and almost nobody living in them. So this video will answer 3 questions. Who is buying these apartments? Why do they leave them empty? And what big change happened 5 months ago for the next buyer? Let's start with who is buying these multi-million-dollar apartments. In 2015, the New York Times went through the purchase records and found something strange. Nearly half of all home sales in America above $5 million did not go to people. They went to shell companies. A shell company is a company on paper only. No office, no workers. It exists to hold things and to hide a name. So on the official record, the buyer reads like Property Holdings number 12. The apartment has an owner. You just cannot see who it is. And here's the part most people get wrong. You do not need a faraway island for this. America sells them too. In states like Delaware and Wyoming, you can open a company in a day for a few $100s, and your name goes on no public paper. And much of this money came from outside the United States. Often from countries where being rich comes with a problem. Your money is not safe at home. A bank account can be frozen overnight. A business can be taken. A currency can crash. Now, maybe your money is completely legal and you just live somewhere it is not safe. Or maybe your money has a dirty past. It does not matter. Either way, you have the same big question. Where do you put $50 million so that nobody can touch it and nobody can see it? The answer is the apartment. Because for a buyer like this, it was never meant to be a home. It is a vault. Follow the logic step by step. Step 1. Safety. Buy the apartment, and your $50 million is no longer sitting in a shaky bank in a shaky country. Now it is an apartment in Manhattan. It sits in dollars, protected by American law. The government back home cannot touch it. It is not in their country anymore. Could the American government freeze it? Yes, but only if the owner lands on a sanctions list, or the money is proven dirty in court. For clean money, that almost never happens. And for years, there was one more layer of protection. America did not even know whose apartment it was. Step 2. Privacy. The shell company buys it, so your name is on nothing public. As far as your government, your rivals, or anyone else can tell, you do not own an apartment in New York. A company does. Step 3. The exit. Whenever you want, the company sells the apartment. Your money comes back out. In dollars. In America. Safety. Privacy. An exit. That is not a home. That is a vault. And that is why the windows stay dark. You do not live inside your safe. A tenant would mean attention. Furniture, staff, guests. All of it means eyes on the apartment. An empty apartment stays clean, quiet, and ready to sell in a day. Empty is not neglect. Empty is the plan. Now, let's be fair. A second home is not a crime, and most of these owners never broke any law. The real problem is this. On the record, an honest buyer and a money launderer look exactly the same. Both are just a company name on a deed. There is no way to tell them apart. But can we prove the privacy is what they are paying for? Yes, because America ran a test. By the way, if you like that type of content, please subscribe and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel. Now let's get back to it. In March 2016, the United States Treasury made one small rule: in Manhattan and Miami only. From then on, when a company bought a home with cash, it had to name the real person behind it. One form, no new tax, no ban, just one question: who are you? Purchases through companies fell by 66%. Think about that. 2 out of every 3 of those dollars turned around and left. Not because of a cost, because of a question. And that, right there, is the proof. A big part of what these buyers were paying for was the hidden name itself. And it explains the strangest fact on this street, the one that sounds impossible. The owners lose money, and they seem not to care. Because yes, these apartments lose money. In one tower on the row, 35 of the original owners had resold their apartments by 2025. 32 of them lost money on the sale. One apartment tells the whole story. Bought for $55.5 million. Sold for $35.5 million. The owner lost $20 million and signed anyway. And this is not one bad apartment. In 2024, another one nearby sold for almost 40% under its 2016 price. For you and me, that is a disaster. For this owner, it may have been a fair deal. Here is the simple way to see it. For years, that apartment kept $55 million safe. Safe from a bank freeze. Safe from a collapse back in the owner's country. Hidden from every curious eye. And in the end, it handed most of the money back. And that is where you have to think of the $20 million loss as the storage bill for the owner. A vault does not make you money. A vault keeps your money. And for years, this street was the best vault on earth. Until the rules changed. Remember the last question from the start? The big change, 5 months ago? Here it is. On March 1st, 2026, that small rule from 2016 went national. Everywhere in the United States, a company or a trust buying a home with cash had to name the real owner behind it. Every state, every city. No minimum price. The secret vault was closing, but it stayed closed only for 18 days. On March 19th, a federal court in Texas struck the rule down. The court said the Treasury had gone further than the law allows. The government appealed. Other courts have taken the government's side. And as we make this video, in August 2026, the rule is on hold. No names required. So the big change is not a closed door. It is a fight over the door. And it is happening right now, in a courtroom. If the government wins, the no-name vault is finished in America. If it loses, the darkest windows on the richest street stay exactly as they are. Either way, the old owners keep their secrets. Those deeds are already signed. Before you go, we already made a video about a city that does the exact opposite of hiding money. It invites the world's money in, out in the open. That city is Dubai, and the video is on your screen now. And if you want to understand what money does when nobody is watching, subscribe. We post a video every week. So, next time you drive past a high-rise full of luxury apartments, look up at the windows and ask yourself one question. Is it a home or is it a vault? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.